and welcome to The Loop. I'm Abby Carr and here are today's headlines. Coronavirus doesn't stop East Durham College making music. The petrol panic buying continues. Back to college without a mask, but how have students coped with their first 4 weeks back?
Very good. Enjoyed the first 4 weeks of college, musically, just getting to know people.
East Durham College has been facing restrictions over the previous year due to the global pandemic, consequently causing difficulties with the creative arts department. Annual shows have been cancelled, gigs haven't been able to go ahead, but finally last night, East Durham College finally saw normality as the music students were able to perform their first gig in front of a live audience. We sent student Kieran Callahan to see how the event turned out.
Due to the pandemic, a lot of bad things have happened over the past year, but tonight at East Durham College everything's gone back to normal. Let's go and take a look.
Doing 5 songs, been rehearsing like past couple of weeks, like indie rock kind of stuff. I'm buzzing, like been waiting like to play them in front of people for ages, you know. We haven't been here in the first place, to be honest. Like this is my first time really, so it's always good to do something new, and I'm happy that people are back performing themselves, but it's my first time.
Now we might still be wearing masks and we might still be washing our hands, but that's not going to stop the music here at East Durham College. I've been Kieran Callahan for The Loop.
Previous week, there has been mayhem around the country due to the fear of petrol shortages that has circulated within the news. We sent Josh Davies and some of the students at East Durham College to see how this has affected the petrol stations within our local area, and conducted an interview with a local in order to find out how outraged the public really are at this chaos. Let's see what they had to say.
Over the last week, petrol stations across the UK have been experiencing fuel shortages. This has caused an uproar in the public, with them stocking up through their cars, petrol cans and even relatives' cars. As you can see from this footage here of Peterlee petrol station, people are getting in lengthy queues wanting to stock up all the petrol. This has happened with many of the same branches across the UK, with them suffering from the same situation. We spoke to a member of the public to get his opinion on the fuel shortages.
I don't feel I've been too badly affected by the petrol shortage. I did have to fill up at the weekend. The petrol station that I normally go to was really busy, more so than normal I would have said. There were cars just parked all over the main road just trying to get in, so I had to come back later when it was a bit less busy. At the moment I'm not concerned about the situation. I do think the media might be exaggerating things a little bit in terms of what's been reported on, because a lot of reports I've read say that there's plenty of fuel supply, so I'm not going to panic for the time being. I've got petrol in the car, so I'm not too bad. I can get to work. I think there's a lot of greed going on. I think people might be panic buying as well. It's causing extra problems such as fuel prices being increased as well, because people are actually running the supplies down. So if people just didn't panic buy, things would be much more straightforward.
The government has responded to this petrol crisis.
Business Secretary Kwasi Kwarteng said, "We have a long-standing contingency plans in place to work with the industry so that fuel supplies can be maintained and deliveries can still be made in the event of a serious disruption."
I'm Josh Davies, reporting to The Loop.
In other news, with the opening of colleges and universities around the country, students have said hello to on-campus learning and goodbye to masks. After a year of online and restricted learning, students are celebrating the return of normality of their learning experiences. Here are some of the students at East Durham College Peterlee campus, where they were spoken to see how their first 4 weeks back at college this year has treated them so far. Here is more on this.
Good. Enjoyed the first 4 weeks of college, musically, just getting to know people. Honestly, meeting all the people who are creative just like me is just incredible. The whole atmosphere is just amazing. I couldn't ask for anything better, honestly. It's been fantastic.
Regardless of the pandemic, the students here at East Durham College have returned and are as eager as ever to work.
Isn't it great to see so many students enjoying their time at college again? But now into international news stories. R. Kelly has been found guilty and awaiting sentencing. For more than 20 years, R&B star R. Kelly, also known as Robert Sylvester Kelly, has been hit with persistent allegations of kidnapping, emotional and sexual violence against underage girls, racketeering and sex trafficking. The US court has heard dozens of witnesses and was found guilty of trafficking and racketeering. R. Kelly is set to be sentenced at 10 a.m. on May the 4th, 2022 by the same federal judge who convicted him of the charges. Mr. Kelly faces 10 years up to life in prison, however his lawyers are filing motions in an attempt to overturn the verdict. Marcus Rashford continues his charity work. After already raising over $2 million, he has said that he won't stop. And Britney Spears' father has stepped down from his conservatorship of her estate, but has not given a timeline as to when this will be. And back in local news, 2 streets have been named in honour of the late Bradley Lowry. Signage has been unveiled by his mum, Gemma Lowry. A street in his hometown of Blackhall will be named Bradley Lowry Way, leading to Sunshine Place. It is part of the new Hardwick Place development in Blackhall's Colby, County Durham, close to his family's home. And Sunshine was the nickname his parents Carl and Gemma gave to Bradley due to his sunny disposition despite the pain and discomfort he was suffering throughout his illness. And now we are heading over to Josh Cook with the weather.
Thank you, Abby. The weather in County Durham today will be a slight breeze and a slight rain, with the temperatures dropping from about 15 degrees to about 11 degrees. As we move into Friday, the showers will continue all day and drop about later on in the day. As we move into the evening, the weather will be about 13 degrees. As we move into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday will face the rain that we had on Friday, with the temperatures dropping from about 12 degrees to about 7 degrees. So make sure you're carrying a coat in case you go out anywhere. That's all from me today. Back to you in the studio.
And that is all from us today. Thank you for watching.